would be me.
Laila, I have to
Hey,
ask
how are
you.
you doing?
I'm doing great, but the first question I have to ask you, when we first broke this story last week about this ridiculous, if there's no other way to put it really, ridiculous idea of jumping off a perfectly functioning building, my first thought was, has Laila gone crazy? Have you gone crazy? I mean, you're jumping off a building.
Oh, no, no, no. Well, you know what? Part of me thinks I'm completely crazy. The other part thinks that it's probably the most exciting thing I've ever done. But I mean, it's not crazy because it's for a really, really, really good cause. So, and when you put a cause like that out there, how could you not do something like, you know, rappel off a 20-story building? How many people get to jump off buildings or rappel down them? It's illegal. So this is a legal chance to play superhero for a day
Oh,
and help kids.
so it's like a teenage
Hmm?
rebellion thing going on right now.
Oh, it's a huge no. What is called? It's called the drop zone. And every year, Easter seals. I don't know how many years it's been going on. I heard about it the first time last year, and it was too late for me to register last year by the time I found out about it. But this year, got talked into it right away. And what they do is they have a building in downtown Vancouver at 999 West Hastings. It's called the AXA building, and it's 20 stories high. And if you can raise a minimum $1,500 in donations, which have to be there before the day of the event, you get to rappel down the 20-story building wearing a superhero costume. You don't have to wear the superhero costume; they encourage it, but you know, I always say, go big or go home.
Well, that's always worked for you in the past, right?
Pardon me, sir.
I,
You're really breaking up.
I'm saying that's always worked for you in the past. This go big or go home idea.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah. I mean, why? You know, you only have one life to live, so you might as well do the best that you can with what you've got in the time that you have. And Easter Seals, that's the charity that's behind this. All the money raised goes to stay within our province to help kids with disabilities. So that would be the Easter Seals camps for summer, where kids with disabilities can go and really just forget about all the hardship they have normally and enjoy life and water ski and horseback ride and do everything. They have everything outfitted so that it doesn't matter what kind of disability you have, there's going to be something that you can do and enjoy and experience for the first time. And Easter Stills has so many other, you know, amazing things they do. They have a laser skin center where they use the latest medical technology to remove port wine stains, birthmarks, skin disfigurements. They have
Oh.
child development centers to help kids, you know, with unique abilities to try and, you know, enrich their lives and do more with what they have. They provide transportation back and forth for families and children with disabilities and adults as well. I mean, there's so many things that just goes on and on and on. But they really rely on donations to make sure that all these things are funded. I don't think people realize how important it is that these donations come
Well,
in
there's no
so
disputing.
that, you know, these kids aren't on the road.
Well, there's no disputing that this is a good cause, Lyle. I mean, obviously, you can't argue that the point of the Easter Seals event is for a good cause. Again, I just have to kind of. I mean, there are a lot of things you could do for a good cause. I mean, you could just give the Easter Seals money. You know, the idea that you want to throw your put your life at risk. I mean, anything can happen when you're jumping off a building. I mean, that seems like a bit of an extreme step, don't you think?
No, not at all. You have to look at it like I do. You know, like you know, I just had a baby. He's 8 weeks old now, and that was my fourth. I have four kids. The oldest is turning 17 tomorrow. I have a 15-year-old son, a 3-year-old son, and now the 8-week-old son. And it really, honestly hit me with this last child. He's healthy. He's beautiful. And all my children, I mean, they don't want for anything physically or emotionally. They have no developmental problems. And really, I think parents with children who have no problems doing anything, you don't realize how hard it is if your child does have a disability, and we really take that for granted. And I even take my own abilities for granted. I mean, I'm no, you know, Olympic athlete by far. I'm athletic. I like to run. You know, I do sports, but you take it for granted. And if you can use your ability, you know, if me doing something like this, the publicity sort of angle from it is going to bring in more donations to help kids. Like, why wouldn't I do that? You know, like it's the same as running. Some people might run a marathon for charity or a 10K for charity. Well, you know, this is all going to be over in 15 minutes. Wow, it's 15 minutes out of my day, and it just can bring in so
Oh,
much money. I mean, $1,500 is a lot.
wait till you're standing on top of that building looking 20 stories down and you tell me it's only 15 minutes.
No, you have to. You don't have any leeway time. They are allowing 100 spots. They have 100 spots, so there is a limit on how many people can participate. They have 82 booked right now. I guess they're looking for that many more. And they've got them booked every 15 minutes. So you have 15 minutes to get up there, to get in your harness, and get down that building before the next person is coming along. So you don't have time. And we get trained ahead of time. If you've never done rappelling before, and I've never done this. I've never climbed a rock face. I've done indoor climbing, so I'm not completely unfamiliar with the equipment, but I've never rappelled down a rock face. So a week before, like September 10th, we're going out to a park out in West Vancouver, and we're going to do a 2-hour training session to get familiar with the technique and leaning back and stuff. So we're not going up completely virgin. They want to make sure that it's safe. It's organized. You have ropes. I mean, it's a calculated risk because nobody's been killed. I don't think anything's going to happen.
I hope you're not.
But that being said, I am scared. I've never done anything like this. I think it's going to be really hard to step over the edge of the building, but you know, my family's going to be there, and, you know, friends, and I'm just going to think about the kids. And I mean, you think about kids every day, some of them have to get up, and the things that they have to do just to tie their shoes, or maybe they can't tie their shoes, or to play soccer. I mean,
you're definitely doing
it's nothing.
You're definitely doing a good thing here, and I think to that end, Laila, I have only 2 questions left for you. The first is, how do we help?
People can donate. It would be really nice if people would donate to support me, and there's a couple ways that you can do that. You can go onto my website, and I have a page linked up on my website where people can go in and make a credit card donation if they want. All the information is private, secure. You can do it anonymously if you like. People don't like to always have their names out there. And I'm not privy to any of the information. It's all done through Easter Seals, so you know what I mean? It's not like your credit card information is coming to my house.
Right.
It's done all through Easter Seals.
Okay.
Or they can call, there's a couple numbers they can call, and the first one is 604-873-1865.
Okay.
If you're out of the Lower Mainland, it would be 1-800-818-4483, and they can take credit card donations to that. Other than that, you know, if you just give them a call and say, I want to sponsor Laila Yule, then, you know, and you don't have a credit card, or but you still want to give, you can always drop it off or mail it into their office on Oak Street, and they can give you that information at those numbers.
We'll be sure to link up those numbers and that and your website as well. And the last question I have for you tonight, Laila, this is probably the most important question of all the questions I've ever asked anybody ever. Which superhero are you going to be?
Oh, you know what? I'm seriously thinking, this is what I'm planning, is that whoever comes in with the highest bid, whoever comes in with the biggest donation in support of me doing this effort for the kids, will get to say in what superhero I am.
Really?
And if the person who puts the highest donation in declines, they don't want that, and I have to choose, my kids are kind of pushing me towards Xena, like blonde Xena, I guess. Or She-Ra, Princess of Power.
I would think you'd make a deadly She-Ra.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because you know she's blonde and she's got the wings on her head. I thought, you know, that's kind of funny. I really like to rappel down. I mean, if you're gonna rappel down, you might as well make it hilarious, right? Like, why not? I'll have my shield blowing in the wind and my sword in hand.
I was thinking something more along the line of Lava Girl, but I mean, I guess I have to have the biggest donation first, right?
Oh, it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny. You know what? You get together with all your friends. If you guys come up with the biggest donation, then you know that might be the biggest single donation so far for my sponsorship has been $200, and that's by one of the guys who owns Innovative Fitness out in White Rock, Curtis Christopherson. And he just put up $200 for me, so he holds the honor so far, and he'll probably make me go as Innovative Fitness Woman or something.
Well, I'm going to do my best to do that because I think you would just make an amazing Lava Girl, and I'm going to do my part to make it happen. Laila, thanks for joining us, and I hope that you don't get killed.
Oh, I won't. There'll be another Laila Yule segment here, I'm sure, shortly after. Take care, Fred. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Good luck.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.